That's a hot wing.
Hey Seneca Valley, this is Hot Ones with Dr. Mark Cohen. Okay, well today we're gonna be eating some spicy wings.
Okay.
Ask you questions just like the Hot Ones show. All right.
Let's do it.
Asian Zing.
Asian
Okay.
Zing. To be honest, you can get the first one.
I like the flats more than I like the.
Me too. I'm more of a flat man.
All
All right, ready?
Again? Yeah.
Huh? Just a little bit, a little something. You mentioned that you were in Howard County and Carroll County. What schools did you teach at, or what did you do?
I taught at Westminster High School.
Okay.
That was Carroll. And then I was a teacher at Centennial High School.
Centennial. Okay.
Also, that was in Howard.
Okay.
And I was an assistant principal at a high school in Columbia called Long Reach High School.
You also are like internship at McDaniel College. Is that true? Like, what do you do there? Like, what's happening?
So I've been teaching for McDaniel since 2009.
2009.
So any current administrator who has gone through the training program to become a principal has gone through one of my classes.
Okay.
And I also supervise interns. The very last part you have to do in the program is a semester-long internship
Really?
where you learn the intricacies of being a school leader. In fact, the person who's coming in as the acting principal when I leave, he was one of my students.
Oh wait, who's the principal coming in for Seneca?
So his name is Ricardo Hernandez. Really good man. I think the community is going to like him.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed having him as a student.
Oh, okay. Okay, on the next wing.
Sure, that was good.
Oh yeah. Well, actually, yeah.
What was that one?
Asian Zing.
Asian Zing.
All right. Next up, we have hot barbecue.
Hot barbecue.
This is a limited time flavor.
All right, let's go. Now, let's talk about your present life. You know, Seneca, how was the process of getting a new school? You know, you had to get a new high school. You were here with the old one. You had to get a new one. How was that whole thing?
That was tough. We worked very hard for a lot of years to get this building built. We had almost 8 years of meetings with the community where they gave input to the design. There were a lot of people who had very strong feelings about what they wanted this school to look like and feel like.
Yeah.
And then it got delayed a number of times.
How many times
So-
did you get delayed?
Originally, this building was supposed to open its doors in 2012.
Oh, really?
And we didn't open until 2020. So it was delayed twice actually through the process, and it was all financial. It was a lot of money. This building cost over $160 million to build and design. And so it took a long time to secure the funds.
Yeah.
But once we did, I think the product that we put out there really reflects what the community, what our students and what our community really wanted.
Yeah, no, it's a great school. I loved it. Been here 4 years now, but freshman year was virtual, but it's been good. Yeah. Which one is this? Mango habanero. My personal favorite. I actually really like this one.
Okay.
Love the taste, not so much the spice.
I actually think I've had it.
Yeah, I like this one. There we go. What is like your favorite tradition that Seneca used to have? Because I remember they used to have painted bricks.
Yeah, that was something I really enjoyed, and the community wanted to make sure that we preserved in some way. If you go onto our website, you'll find in Mr. Crippen's picture inventory, you'll find images of those bricks. It was important that we preserve that in some way. Those bricks date back to the 1970s when the school first opened.
Yeah. Which would you say is your favorite? Old Seneca or new Seneca?
Well, that's really hard. That's like asking which is your favorite child, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody earlier. One of the things I miss about the old school is knowing everybody. In a smaller school, I was able to be more visible. I was able to visit classes more frequently. I knew the staff really well. I didn't just know them by name. I knew things about them, their family, their lives. They knew about me. In a larger building, it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Including staff, there's almost 3 times as many people.
Yeah.
And so I miss that small feel, that small town feel.
Yeah.
But there's something special about what we can get in a school this size. The programs we're able to offer, the courses we're able to offer. And I've really loved, it's breathed life into our building, bringing students from all over different communities to our school.
How did you get to where you are now? If that makes any sense. Like, what was the process of becoming a principal, or what was the process of teaching at other schools? Like, how was the experience of all of it?
So I knew early on as a teacher, as a high school English teacher, that I wanted to be a school leader. I knew that because I was influenced in positive ways by the principals and assistant principals that worked with me.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very good student in high school. I struggled.
Struggled.
And it was because of certain teachers and administrators that I was able to come out of my shell some and embrace school and what it would potentially provide me the opportunity for.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could, I went back to school and I got my master's degree in school leadership and started as an assistant principal and loved every minute of that work.
Yeah.
Assistant principals get to work with students in very close and meaningful ways. As a principal, I applied for principalships, worked at central office for a few years, didn't enjoy that so much because it was too far away from students. As a principal, you spend most of your time or more of your time with the adults than you do with the kids.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I miss about the earlier part of my career. I got to spend virtually all of my time with students as a teacher and as an assistant principal. As a principal, I've spent, it's been harder and harder to do that.
Yeah.
But the trade-off is I'm able to have a greater influence on the lives of a much larger number of students and on the broader community.
All right. Yeah. Last and final one.
Last one for you is the Blazing Wing.
Okay.
The Blazing.
Hottest one they have.
You know, when I was actually ordering these wings, the person there I was ordering from said, "Who's eating these?" Give me a warning, and I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Make sure you have milk or sugar." I actually did not. Did you know that sugar negates the spiciness?
No, I knew milk did, but I didn't.
I didn't know sugar did. It was kind of crazy. I did not
I'm a
know
little
that.
nervous about this one, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's the color of it.
Okay.
I'm good. Ah. Wow.
So it hits me on the backside once I start talking.
So let's get to a little bit about you.
Okay.
Wow.
I stopped doing that after I blew out my shoulder. That was my sport of choice.
I'm getting this milk.
Look, if you're going to start it, I'm going to join you.
Yep.
Another fun fact.
Yeah.
Oh my. That's a hot wing. You got to be
That's
crazy
hot.
to order that.
Sweating a little bit.
Yeah, just a bit. I don't know, I guess. I mean, it's not all that fun to share, but I love what I do. You know, there's never been a time in my career where I didn't, where I wasn't grateful.
Yeah.
To have made this decision. That's a hot wing. Work with kids. 1 year for the talent show, I actually broke 5 boards.
Really?
Yeah. So you have somebody hold the boards, and I broke 5 boards, and then I tried to break a cinder block. And I've broken a cinder block before with my fist. It's not actually as hard as it sounds. But this cinder block had been left outside, so it was drenched in water, which made it almost impossible
It
to
made it
break.
a lot harder,
So that's probably the most fun fact about me.
I heard that you also, did you ever work in theater?
I did. So I paid for college as a stage manager. I was never a good actor. In fact, I was a terrible actor. I did some performing in school, but I really loved being. Yeah,
I'm going through it right now.
I loved being backstage, and I think actually being a stage manager helped prepare me to be a principal.
Yeah.
And that's how I paid for college.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up with parents who could afford to send me to school or
Yeah.
who could give me whatever it is that I wanted, and so that work really allowed me to go to school and come out without any debt.
I was doing a little investigating.
Yeah.
Did you ever work at Waffles, with Waffles?
Waffles?
Did you ever work at a Waffle House or anything?
Well, I worked at a pancake house.
Pancakes, yes.
So the International House, I don't know how you found that out. So one of my very first jobs was at the International House of Pancakes.
Yeah.
I used to sit on a turned over bucket and with 2 hands I would crack eggs open, and
Yeah.
and that's what I would do all day long.
Was that like one of your first jobs?
I think that probably was my first job. Yeah. So I would crack two to 4 eggs at a time, and just know that the people who are cracking the eggs at the IHOP,
Yeah.
they're probably not wearing gloves. I certainly wasn't. That was fun though.
That was
That
fun.
was a lot of fun.
My hands.
Thank you. Yeah, yeah. This was great. Those wings are good and hot.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to you and to anybody who's watching this, being the principal of the school has been it's been an honor.
Yeah.
It's been the one of the greatest professional joys of my life, and I'm grateful. I know I haven't been able to be as around as I would have liked over the last year or two. It's a different job running a school this size.
Yeah.
But there's never been a moment that I haven't been privileged to serve as the principal in this community, and that's because of our students and our families. And so I appreciate this. I appreciate you, and I really appreciate the wings.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
The spiciest pepper I've ever had. Was like
Oh my gosh.
The atomic
The
flavor.
bomb you like I felt like
Praise the Lord.
Where you going?
I felt it in my ears.
Water doesn't help. Why am I getting water? Gosh, we should have got the gallon of milk.
No, we should go to the water fountain. Go to the water fountain.